All right, let's play a little bit of a game, all right? I want to start this, and if you do want to ask any questions, it's a yes or no question. Leave it below in the comments because the next edition of this video, I will answer those questions. So I usually do about 10 questions, and we can kind of go through just 10 yes or no questions about the rugby and current kind of sphere of it. And if you do enjoy these sorts of videos, please subscribe and you'll be able to see future videos. But let's get into it. So the first question, I better move my face out the way here, but let's see if I can maybe move it out the way here. So the question number one, has Cody Taylor been a better hooker in 2024 than Malcolm Marx? Look, I'm a Springbok supporter myself, but yes, he has been in 2024, played more minutes, and to me, he's been a better hooker this year. But just purely because he's obviously gotten more minutes and Marx has just come back from injury as well. So I'll give him that for Cody Taylor. Question number two, is South Africa the best team in the world at the moment? Yes, they are. I mean, not only just in the world rankings, but also with the way they've played. They've backed up that whole chat and they've also, been the best. I mean, undefeated in Europe as well, albeit not the hardest of teams, but how Scotland beat Australia and Australia beating England, etc. So yes, I do think they are still the best team in the world, especially if they play their top team, right? Question number three, the penalty try against Juan Martinez from Argentina in the France game, was that the right call? So that's the one where you heard a few different things. So I think it just depends what network you were watching the game on, because on Stan Sport, where we watch it in Australia, the ref was calling it knocked out on purpose. All right, so that's what we heard on our one, but then I look at the UK one, and the UK one was saying that he knocked it forward on purpose. So, he said, this is the weird thing. So he says it was a knock on. It went, propelled forward off of his hand. Now, the thing is, the ball bounced behind him, right? And they're trying to use the momentum factor here, but it's talking about a knock on. It means knock the ball going forward. And then also you could hear the ref saying his hand was always facing forward. So he was always going to knock it forward. I've never heard that ever. I don't see that in the rule books either. That to me is wild. He's trying to put the same law as a, purposely knocking on a pass to trying to catch a ball. Yeah, wild to me. But, the seven, Juan, he didn't do himself any favors by going down, and even, he's already given himself up. If he just kind of kept playing, I think it might have been a different call. But yeah, yes, it was the wrong call. No, it wasn't the right call. Can you jump from outside the field of play, catch the ball in mid-air, and land back in the field of play? Is that play on? Yes, it is. This is a recent rule for the last couple of years. I've done it myself in a rugby game as well, where, usually from penalty kick. So if someone's going to be kicking it out, you kind of stand about 5-6 meters outside the field of play. If the ball is just kind of going over the sideline, you can get a run up, catch the ball mid-air. As long as you're in mid-air catching it and you land back in the field of play, it's play on. But if you jump in the middle of the air and you throw the ball back in, but your foot touches the line, even though you don't have the ball, that is also out. You have to actually land back in the field of play. You can't jump and then not land back in the field of play. So yeah, that is a new rule. So yes, that is play on. Question number 5, is the French top 14 the best domestic rugby competition in the world? Yes, it is. Yes, the crowds are getting bigger and bigger. The amount of money in there, the actual support for it, and also, like people have pointed out, the TV deals, it's massive, and it's just growing. And I think the URC is getting bigger each year as well. I mean, URC only just started, it's been going for 3 seasons. So yes, I do believe it is going to keep growing. So it's going to be good. It's just good for rugby in general. I mean, Super Rugby Pacific still get all right crowds. They still get all right TV numbers. Premiership Rugby is doing better than ever. They're not far behind with the top 14, but yeah, hopefully it just keeps building, right? I really hope it does. I mean, South America's got a competition as well, the South America Super Rugby. where there's teams from Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, things like that. So I hope it keeps growing. And I think from America as well, from memory. Let's just hope it keeps going. So did Damian McKenzie deserve the World 15 number 10 position? No, I don't think he did. He's not the number one. He's not even the number 110 in New Zealand. I think the other two there, I think Finn Russell, to me, honestly deserved it. Then Marcus Smith as well. I mean, you could even look at smaller countries as well, right? I mean, you can look at, like USA have had some really good results this year. Their number 10 has been the same one the whole time. That's when you could really look outside of the main teams. And, same with the Georgia number 10. He's been playing really good. They've been getting really good results, just lost to Italy. So the time was now to choose someone different, but they decided, no, we'll just go with Damian McKenzie, which is dumb to me. Is Tomas Ramos the best goal kicker in World Rugby right now? Yes, I do think he is. Man, his accuracy is insane. He can kick from 55, 56 meters. When it comes to clutch kicking, there's no one better than Pollard, but the best goal kicker in the world right now, I think Tomas Ramos for sure. Should World Rugby make a Sevens Coach of the Year award? Part 2 of the question, did Russie deserve the award? Yes to both. They should definitely have, after this year especially, they should make a Sevens Coach of the Year, because that's just stupid to me. I mean, last year, Ninaba, World Cup winning coach, didn't even win Coach of the Year. Then Russie this year, the world number 1 team. They played Ireland, the world number 1 at the time, at home, split the wins, beat New Zealand twice. Split the games between Argentina. Smashed Aussie, won every game on the autumn tour. Baffling me that a Sevens coach can win it. Should the TMO be dialed back to only officiating on tries and foul play? So they're doing this in Super Rugby here in the Southern Hemisphere, where the TMO can only officiate on tries and foul play. They can't actually call normal things. So like, oh, I've seen a knock on here, or no, actually it was touched and went out by this person. That doesn't happen in Super Rugby, which is speeding up the game, and I think it's better. I think they also need to introduce something before every scrum, so they can run off 30 seconds, for example, by setting the scrum. And then if the scrum doesn't, if the scrum goes down or whatever it might do, then the ref stops time. And then as soon as they engage again, time on, play on. Yet again, if the scrum goes down, time off. And I think it'll be more, time in play, the ball in play, which is better. So yes, the TMO should be dialed back. Should DuPont have won World Rugby Sevens Player of the Year? I don't think he should have. A few people have pointed out, there's another French player that deserved it. The Fiji player deserved it. Yeah, I don't think DuPont deserved it. He was never the top player in the team. I'll point out for you the reason why after this as well. And there's one bonus question. So would the South African, I'm going to try and make some fun questions out of this, right? But that's why if you can put your questions below, I don't need to ever make questions up. I can just kind of look below and we can answer it. It's like a Q&A, just yes or no question. So would the South African team outdrink the English team at the moment? I think yes, purely, especially, with people like Ibn Etzebeth, and you got, if you had Stephen Kitsoff, then for sure Malcolm Marx, he loves a drink. And I know the English lads can drink as well, but, probably if Joe Marler was still in the team, I think I would lean towards England. And without that big boy there, I'm leaning towards the Springboks on this one. Let me know what you think. Who do you think would actually be able to outdrink the other team? Just as a little bit of a fun question. But let's see if I can quickly find this article for you real quick. So here it is. So you can see here, France flyer Aaron Grandidier Nkanang should have won. So the France teammate Aaron Nkanang, also nominated for the award out alongside the Irish 2022 winner Terry Kennedy. English-born Grandidier would have been more deserved winner, having played significant bigger role in the squad than Dupont. He also scored the try to put France ahead in the final as well for the Olympics. He was named the World Rugby Dream Team alongside Dupont, while their boss, Jerome Daré, was awarded the Coach of the Year title, which was insane. But yeah, I think there's other players that deserve it. The other players that were nominated, you know, the South African player, the Fijian player as well. Yeah, which is wild to me. Obviously, Dupont is the golden boy, you know. He is a great 15s player, don't get me wrong. But if you did watch every game of France, and you actually followed some of it, you know, he wasn't the focal point of the team. He brought the attention, but he wasn't the focal point of the team. So, yeah. I mean, I guess they're happy they got the gold medal. That's the main thing, right? That's the main thing. It's not about the award, but yeah, I do think sometimes the sevens players don't deserve the kind of respect they get. They earned it. They've played for years. They've done it. And then here comes along a 15s player and then just kind of takes the award because of his name and who he is, right? But yeah, that's a question for another one. I mean, do you think he deserved it? And also, do leave your questions below, you know, any yes or no questions. And I'm also setting up at the moment as well a rugby trivia thing as well. So where I'll ask a few questions with 4 different, you know, answers you can give. And, you know, you'll get about 30 seconds to answer it. So I'll do a couple of those on here on this channel because, you know, there's not really anywhere like that for rugby anyway on YouTube. So I'll be doing that. So if people are driving or whatever they might be doing in the car, at least you can whack it on and you can actually answer some trivia when it comes to history, players, teams, etc., etc. So thank you for watching though. Subscribe as well if you want to see future videos and I'll be able to see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.